Good morning. My name is Dana Gregg, and I'm the current AP coordinator, and thank you for coming in today. Today's presentation will be specifically on the Capstone program. I'm going to start with a few basic introductions about our advanced placement here at ASD, but the bulk of this presentation will be specific to this program, which will be an option for our incoming junior class. So what will we cover today? So again, a brief introduction about AP at ASD and the courses that we offer, but then getting into the AP Capstone program. And I'll specifically be talking about what is offered in our AP seminar and AP research courses, which are the heart of the program. Some basics about exam fees, and then some of the benefits of this course, because it's different from our other AP courses, the seminar and research. What colleges are saying about it, and next steps. So there is an information session for students, an application process, and how this would fit into their four-year plan. And then I'll have some questions and answers at the end. So advanced placement is a core of a lot of the courses that we offer at ASD, and currently we are offering 30 out of 38 possibilities. Here's a list of the courses. So, 29. We'll be offering 31 next year. So we have lots of different opportunities for your kids. Next year, the two new courses are AP Human Geography, which is offered to both sophomore, junior, and senior classes, as well as Physics C. This year they offered mechanics, but they'll be offering the course that is often taught in combination, which is Physics C, Electricity, and Magnetism. We also offer courses through our VHS program. The ones listed below are the ones that we currently have students enrolled in, and those are courses that are not offered in our normal class lists or not taught in school, in case there are areas that students are passionate about or need for their college applications. So I always like to start with statistics. Some of you might have seen these last week, but just wanted to emphasize the fact that our school is doing really, really well in AP. And when you look at our global statistics, it's showing that internationally and in the UAE, the average scores, 60% of students are getting 3 or higher. So on a typical AP exam, there's scores 1 to 5. If a student scores 3 or higher, it shows that they're college ready. As they progress up the scale, then they become stronger in that capacity. But at ASD, almost 93% of our students are being successful in all of the courses that we offer, which is a testament to our students and our teachers. So with AP Seminar and AP Research, this is statistics from last year. So our students are doing extremely well with an average score of 4.4 out of 5 for Seminar, and with Research, 4.053. So we're getting exceptional results in these two courses. So what is the Capstone program? I have a little video that I want to show you. This is from 2016. It's a little bit dated, but it also profiles one of our past students that was taking the Capstone class this year. So I always like to show this one.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Salutations.
Hi.
My name is Frances McQuarrie.
Caleb Dawkins.
Amanda Elliott.
I went to Lake Nona High School.
Boca Raton Community High School.
American School of Dubai. Hong Kong International School.
My AP research topic was cultural hybridity in the Disney Pixar animation film Big Hero 6.
How the 2013 government shutdown shifted political party affiliation.
How do female candidates address gender bias in their campaign messages?
The implications of social media on the perceptions African Americans held on the police and police effectiveness.
My AP research topic explored computer science enrollment at my school and the patterns of it.
The academic mismatch theory.
gentrification without displacement of long-term residents.
A phenomenological study of 4 transgender people in Hong Kong.
Implications of absolute and relative truth on ethical theories.
Midwifery in Afghanistan and South Sudan.
The most important thing I learned throughout the course
Was to be more concise in my writing.
To not be afraid to put myself out there.
To reach out because people surprise you.
The value of pursuing something that excites you.
Not to dismiss my passions as being too unacademic or too personal.
What surprised me most about the course was definitely how fun it was.
The freedom that we have.
Sometimes you won't find the conclusion that you're looking for.
Because of this course, I'm now majoring in something that I know I love learning about and I know I'm passionate about.
Thank you, Capstone, for an awesome 2 years. This has been the most valuable course of my high school career.
So, Capstone is different in the way that the seminar and research courses are very skill-based. They are not content-focused like our other courses. So this really complements their learning in their other APs, but also gives them the option to explore a topic in depth that they're passionate about. And they do that at a group capacity for the most part in seminar, and then that becomes a lot more individualistic in the research course, which they do in their senior year. But it really emphasizes those college-level skills about research, about inquiry, about how to form an argument, how to look at things critically. And so it is different, it is skill-based, and because of that, it's not tied to any specific content area or course. So these would be elective credits because of that design of the course. So again, the emphasis becomes as more on those critical skills and giving those foundations in the seminar course. And then in their research course, they really get to explore a topic in depth for the year capacity. And I'll speak a little bit more about that moving forward. So when we talk about an AP Capstone Diploma, it is a combination of courses. So there's 2 options. If your student were to take an AP seminar and AP research alone, they could be awarded what's called an AP Research Seminar Certificate. They need to earn 3 or higher in these courses, but they do not need to do the full Capstone Diploma. The diploma is these 2 courses, which are the heart of that diploma, along with 4 AP courses of their choice. Again, the expectation is that they would be successful or college ready so that they would get 3 or higher in those courses. But they could be in any discipline that they feel passionate about. So typically, we would have students who are enrolled in Capstone Diploma take AP Seminar in their junior year along with 2 other AP courses. And then in their senior year, taking AP Research with 2 more. And that's just to balance things out and to try to keep their schedule manageable. That's another thing you may want to consider is, can your son or daughter handle 3 APs a year? Also, what courses do they want to take each year? Some of them will try to pair a more rigorous AP with a less rigorous one, say in their junior year, and then save another rigorous one for their senior year. So trying to find that balance of what works for them. The other thing I want to note is the intention of letting students into the AP Capstone program or certificate is that they are going to be committed to seeing it out. However, if things change or things become, very stressful, they can do their seminar course in grade 11 and then choose not to continue in grade 12. So I want to make that clear as well. Okay, so this is a short video that our current teacher, Miss Jenny Son, who's teaching the AP Seminar course, has created, and I think it gives some perspective of the classroom. And this information is available for you on the AP Power Learning page. But I want to just show you this quickly, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it.
Welcome to AP Capstone Seminar. My name is Jenny Sohn, and I'll be taking you through the screencast. Before I go on, it's important to note that the AP Capstone program consists of two courses, AP Seminar and AP Research. Students opting to work towards the AP Capstone Diploma will be required to take AP Seminar, AP Research, along with 4 AP courses and exams successfully in order to attain the diploma. However, students have the option to work towards the AP Seminar certificate, in which case they will be required to take successfully the AP Seminar course. AP Seminar is a fundamental research class in which students learn to investigate real-world topics from multiple perspectives. Students will also learn to carefully analyze information, write evidence-based arguments, and effectively communicate them. They will also learn to work independently and with a team to research a topic, develop a written report, and deliver a presentation. The topics that have been researched in the past are included on the right-hand side of your screen. However, please be informed that this is not an exhaustive list and that there are topics that may not have been included on this list. In AP Seminar, the format of assessment can be identified through performance tasks. In Task 1, which is the team project and presentation, students will produce an individual research report, which comes out to approximately 1,200 words. The research report findings will then be culminated into a team multimedia presentation in which the team will present their findings and solution through an 8 to 10 minute presentation. This then will be followed by an oral defense, which are a series of questions to be asked by the instructor. Task 2 consists of the individual research-based essay and presentation. This consists of the individual written argument, which, unlike the IRR, is an argument containing a solution or a conclusion. From this, students will then prepare the individual multimedia presentation known as the IMP, a 6 to 8 minute presentation, followed by the oral defense, in which each student will be asked 2 questions by the instructor pertaining to the research. The third component of the AP Seminar course is the end of course exam, which is a 2-hour exam, which will be taken in May. This year it will be taken in May of 2018, and this is 45% of the AP score. Please note that this is 45% of the AP score, which means that tasks 1 and 2 make up 55% of the score. In the end of course exam, students will be assessed on understanding and analyzing an argument. They will be given 3 short answer questions having to do with evaluation of evidence and line of reasoning. This will take them approximately 30 minutes to complete. Part B consists of a mini research paper in which students will be assessed on synthesizing information to develop an evidence-based argument. Students will be given 4 different sources from which they will have to identify a theme and to produce an argument using the evidence, both included in the sources and outside of the sources. This will take approximately 90 minutes. There is typically a summer reading assignment included in the AP Seminar course. This information will be given to admitted students later on in the year. Thank you so much for watching the screencast. For more information, please feel free to contact me. My details are on the right-hand side of the welcome page. And please do make sure to attend the AP Capstone informational session, which will be required for all students who are interested in applying to this program. Thanks.
Okay, so just to summarize, there's sort of a team project component at the beginning where they collaboratively work on an argument, they create a presentation, and they provide arguments from lots of different perspectives, but then they collectively come up with a solution. And so they do that early on in the year. And then they also work on a research paper. That research paper is based off of looking at evidence, synthesizing an argument, and then coming up with a conclusion. So that's different than research, because research, there'll be sort of a collection of data. There'll be a method component and analysis of that, and that comes in the next course. But this one is really giving them a good foundation, as well as there is that AP exam, which does not happen with the AP research. So these are some of, I asked Jenny to send me a list of some of the topics that have been explored in the past. So this is what our students are looking into. So it's a pretty impressive list, and it can show you that they're looking at current issues, complex issues, controversial issues, so that they're really having to tie in those different perspectives to an argument. Okay. I'm going to let Christina Avento, she is the current teacher for this course. She sent me this presentation tomorrow. So this is fresh and new, hasn't been posted yet. This is going to give you a little bit of insight into what they would be doing in their senior year.
Hello, my name is Christina Avento, and I am the AP Research teacher here at ASD, and this is my third year teaching the course. And I wanted to just introduce the course a bit. Curiosity is a really important part of our course and a characteristic of someone who would really do well in this course. So, just a thought. The AP research course is slightly different in that the components of the class are not a test, so there's no end of the year test. Instead, we have an academic paper due at the end of the year in about late April that is 4,000 to 5,000 words, and that is graded now by the College Board, not by the teacher. That's a change from the past year. And also a presentation and oral defense that is 15 to 20 minutes. Those two components are considered the external exam. The academic paper itself is something you would probably see in a graduate level course. It's quite extensive, and it's something that the students work on all year long. And it has a literature review, they conduct their own research, and do a bibliography in the discipline of their, in the style of their discipline. Other things we do in the class besides work on our research is we reflect on our process in a journal, in meetings, one-on-one meetings. Students must get their research put in a proposal form, and it must be approved. And also, if they're using human subjects, we have an institutional review board here on campus that is a process they must go through. There are many differences between a typical AP seminar and AP research paper. Just a few are that students are used to writing really good argumentative and informational papers in which they've done research, in which they've introduced, provided a strong structure, strong evidence, concluded, and used probably one style of citations. In this case, we do more. We, including, as you can see, there's quite a few areas that students do while they're conducting their own research that make it different. So why take AP Research? First of all, AP Seminar has done a great job in preparing students to succeed in the research course. They've done, as I mentioned before, they've done so much with writing, with structure, argumentation, research, using evidence, looking at different perspectives, and of course oral presentations, group work. So there's so much that students have done to prepare. An exciting part for students in AP Research is they get to do their own research, and they're no longer just looking at others' ideas and opinions. They get to have an educated opinion of their own that is based on research. And I think the most important thing is they get to follow the topic they're passionate about throughout the entire year. We don't have any practice papers or practice using another topic. They follow one topic throughout the whole year, and it's their choice. And it's a discipline that they are comfortable in or that they want to explore. I think even more important than all those things, though, is that students really do learn how to be self-motivated, independent learners. They learn to take risks. They have to work with others as mentors and partners. I'm not teaching them the subject. I'm giving them guidance on the research process. They are learning to be experts in their own field, and they are the ones who know more than I do about the field.
I think you got the bulk of it, which is good. And then I think she was going to finish off with that video that I had shown you before. And I'll speak a little bit more to the research course right now. So just to summarize again with this research course, they're going to conduct a year-long method research-based investigation that will culminate with a 4,000 to 5,000 word essay. And there will be steps along the way, and the teacher will help to facilitate it, but it really is a course of individual work, and it really does need a large amount of self-motivation. In that paper process, like one of those checks, I was on the institutional review board, so those proposals come through. It's a really great process. We make sure that the questions are valid, the way they want to conduct their research is done in a proper capacity, that it should be done at a college level. We look at ethics, we look at where they're going to do their research, what is the purpose of the research, and often there's a feedback process there. So the committee will give the student, that may be approved with modifications. It may even be denied, where they have to make adjustments, and then they resubmit. So the guidance not only comes from the teacher, but from that committee. And there's usually administrators, a librarian, and other teachers that help facilitate that process for them. And then at the end, they're going to basically orally defend their research for the year. And again, that's very typical of grad level work. To do an independent thesis. And just to clarify again, AP Seminar is a prerequisite, so you couldn't choose one or the other. They are independent courses, but you need to take that seminar course to get those foundations of argument before moving forward. So just want to put out there, all of our AP exams do come with a fee, and the fee is slightly higher for AP Seminar and Research at $525 Durham each. So what are the benefits? So if I were to articulate this in like sort of the top 3 reasons why I feel this program is of value for students, it's the following. 1, it's going to give something for students to talk about on those college applications. A lot of students will speak to the research they're doing for the things that they're passionate about. It helps them see if the area they think they want to go into at college is for them. It has helped students make connections at the college level based on the capstone research they've done. So those may not be immediate rewards, but the confidence they have, those skill-based things that they gain from this program are really key. So again, they acquire rigorous college-level analysis, writing, and research skills. So it is definitely a rigorous course. We look for students with good academic standing, that feel motivated, who know that what they're getting themselves into, but they're really going to grow over this process and help them no matter the subject that they decide to study at college. And the other thing that's great is they choose their own research topic. So they can think about things that they're really passionate about. I spoke to a student yesterday about the capstone program, and he's very passionate about music. And I was like, that could be an amazing thing to explore at the capstone level. You know, typically we have a lot of students that explore things in the social studies area, but here's a student who wants to study that at college. This program could really be great for him. The other way that I'd like to promote this is this definitely goes in line not only with our school's mission, but with our learner profile or graduate profile. And again, the skills that they're going to get are going to develop them as thinkers, communicators, and learners. And for me, the ones that I've highlighted in green are absolutely the benefits that they're going to get. So here's some quotes from some schools around the world about what students are saying. But out of the conversations that I've had here at school is at times students can be a bit hesitant about taking on this course because they know that it's a big commitment. It's rigorous. It can be time consuming at times. But once they're in it, they realize that the work is worth the reward. Also, the other interesting thing that happens in these two classes is the kids really come together as a group. They're like a little family at the end. Because I think at times things are stressful, they struggle a little bit, but they're also super supportive of one another. And so the benefits of that definitely come through by the end of their senior year. The other thing that I've heard from students is they're learning skills in this area that they're not getting in their other classes, at least at that really high college level, as well as being able to, again, explore those topics that they're really passionate about. So support from colleges. So as you saw in that first presentation, there's many colleges out there that endorse Capstone. However, some of the limitations are the following. One, again, these credits will go towards their graduation here, but they will be elective credits. Again, they're not tied to, say, a core English or a math course. The other thing is, and this can only be answered by every individual institution, so I need you to do your own research, and I've created a link here at the bottom with a list of colleges that support the program, but they may or may not offer college credit for Capstone. And they may or may not recognize that as one of, say, an AP score that they want to recognize depending on the program. So I want to be completely forthcoming about that. We are talking a lot with the College Board about this, and they are taking steps to really promote the program with colleges, including the common application counselor forms and the coalition application now include an AP Capstone Diploma candidate distinction. So there's sort of like a checkbox that's on the actual form now. Again, that's one step of trying to give students credit for all the work that they've done. But when talking with counselors, the big thing that they can get out of this, again, is speaking to it in their supplement application forms or in their letters, or when they describe the things that have formed them as a student. That's where the real benefits of being in Capstone come out. So a couple things to consider when discussing the option for Capstone Diploma or certificate at home. Okay, do I want to be challenged in this way? Do I like to collaborate and learn with others? That's an absolutely fundamental part of AP Seminar. Group work is part of the process. Again, in research, they're going to work on a more individual basis. Having the discussion, are you going to take those 6 AP courses in your junior and senior year? Is that something you want? Is that something you can handle? Okay. Am I in strong academic standing now? Is this something that I feel I can handle? Can I commit to the 2-year program? And am I excited about this course? Again, like all of our AP courses, I really try to emphasize, don't just take a course because it's an AP course. Really look at what you're going to get out of the course. Do you like the content connected to it? Are these skills that you genuinely want to gain? So as mentioned before, these are elective credits. And also, this is a program where you must fill in an application form. So this is the process for that. So tomorrow, during Flex Block, there's an AP Capstone information session for students. And they've been told about this in their high school bulletin, but if they didn't get the message, have them email me, and I will pull them into that Flex Blocks tomorrow during, and it's in the theater. I will be present as well as the 2 current teachers, Ms. Jenny Son and Ms. Christina Avento, and they will speak to the students directly about those courses as well. Right, Thursday, thank you. Not tomorrow, Thursday. So have those students can email me or Ms. Son, and we'll pull them into that flex block. At that time, we will give them application forms. Okay. The application form, we've pared back a little bit on that process because we really do want to encourage students to take this course. However, we also want to make sure that our students are going to be successful there and are also committed to those type of courses. So the application, and I'll show you a copy here in a minute, starts with their intentions. Do they want their certificate? Do they want to do the diploma? We take a look at sort of their plan and what other courses they're going to take. There's a written response, so a short essay that they need to complete, and that will be submitted through turnitin.com at the time of the application. And then also we have signatures from the student, but obviously the parents, because we want that conversation to be had at home. And that is due on Thursday, March 7th, which is the same deadline for the essay as well as the application. I'm going to show you that right now.
What is the planned program of certain studies?
So that would be their, the AP courses that they plan on taking in addition to the seminar and research. So this is the application form that will be provided. So it gives them a little bit of an outline of the course so they know what they're signing up for. And then it gives them a timeline. So the deadline is March 7th, which is going to be before course selections are due. So what we'll advise students, they should select all their courses as if they are not going to be taking AP Seminar. And then at the time that the selection committee either approves, if they're approved to be in the program, their individual counselors will reach out to them and have them come in, and they'll make adjustments to their schedule at that time. Okay?
So as if they're not taking.
Yes, so they sign up like they're not taking it, and then those adjustments will be made with their individual counselor, which is great because then they also have a conversation of how their schedule is going to change and what's best for them.
How do you decide whether they go in or not?
There's a committee, and so we look at their applications and we kind of evaluate each area, and if we feel that they'll be successful and really don't have any major reservations, we'll approve them. And if for those students, we have denied students in the past. I try to give them some feedback and have also had follow-up meetings with them directly. Okay. Yes?
Just a quickie. This is at a specific time, once a day. Could scheduling be a reason that a student could do it so that they're in another class that's only offered at one time? We've had that before.
I can't say no to that, but by planning it early now and getting it in the system, I think they're going to try to avoid as many conflicts as they can. But I think, I know that there have been some cases where, a certain student has needed a certain AP for graduation, and it's been at the same time as research, and those would be individual cases.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that happens less than it often does, yes. Actually, can I just save the questions to the end? Okay, so then this is the personal information, again, just sort of their, what they plan on doing. And again, that's commitment at this time, but we also know that we need to be flexible and things can change as they get into things in their junior year. Okay, and then their written response, and then the student-parent commitment. Now, when I was talking about colleges, because I often get a lot of questions about that and how they look at AP in general. If you go to this link, which is embedded in the presentation, which I'll make available to everybody online, probably within 24 hours. If you go to this page, it gives you a lot of comprehensive information. This is directly from the College Board about the Capstone Diploma. But at the bottom, maybe not the bottom, here. see colleges that endorse AP Capstone? If you link here, you can explore colleges by state or location. So if you had a student that was going to Connecticut, these are two of the universities that are endorsed.
This is just US.
I'm not actually, let me just scroll down. It has an international drop down here. But I don't know. Yeah, so that might be accurate. Also, in addition to that, in the presentation I did last week, I also have a link in there for any other AP course. So let's say for AP Biology, and you had a student that was going to study exercise science, for example. They could see if that course was one a prerequisite or if they would earn college credit. And all that information is in that past presentation from last week. So with the application process, I also recommend the following. And I'm going to emphasize this with students, of course. Take a look at the application. Check the College Board website. Check the Power Learning page, which I'm going to show you in a minute, where all things AP exist here. Start with completing that 4-year plan. Really think of what are the outcomes that you want before graduation. What are the APs you want to prioritize? Does this fit in with your son or daughter's goals? You need to complete the written response, and just a reminder that needs to be submitted through turnitin.com because we're obviously checking for plagiarism. And everything is due to the counseling office. Mrs. Thompson helps me out with a lot of the things I do by 12:15 p.m. So, if you came to the presentation last week, you'll know about this, but I'm going to show you again and also address some of the problems that came up with finding this. So, yeah, so all the information about all of our courses, the final exams, mock exams, and the capstone program, the international program, can be found here. So, this is the Power Learning page, and a tip for finding it is if you go to the ASD Go page first, which you're probably more familiar with, there's a Power Learning icon right here. Okay, so you can click on that. It will bring you here. You must log in under your family account. And over to the left, it'll be slightly different for me because there's a drop down here by child, especially if you have more than one child enrolled in ASD. You would need to click on the student that was of age to be in high school, okay, or is going to be studying APs. The other thing we found from last week was if you do not immediately see it along here with the list of all your students' classes, if you go to this Extras tab, you will often find it there, okay? The other place you may find it is if this top tab here, My Classes, it also gives you a drop down, and sometimes for whatever reason it can be found easily, a little bit easier at that tab. And if you're still having problems, just email me or Carol Jamal directly. We'll make sure you're connected and we'll get you sorted as quickly as we can. So here, there's a tab, AP Courses at ASD. You're going to find the individual information here about AP Capstone and AP Research. So you can explore those a little bit more, and their current syllabus are there. The contact information for the current teachers are there. If you have individual questions about the courses, you can reach out to them. Important links. And as far as the information I've presented today, as well as last week, I have added that information right here on the welcome page. So if you were unable to come last week and would like to watch the presentation and have the handouts, they are posted right here. And the YouTube link is here as well. And I've also added a Talk Tuesday link on the side, and I will upload all the information from today there as well. Okay? Just trying my best to communicate with you guys as much as possible and help answer your questions in advance, because I know there's a lot to keep track of.